And what's going on YouTube? Let's just get into it so we waste no more time here. Of course, we are doing another data pad opening video. From the previous video, I did go ahead and get the Revenger and of course the regulator weapons for it. I did have the drone in handy and of course I did have the pilot as well, which we will be playing games with, and of course we will definitely be upgrading. Hopefully we can get that to MK2 soon. With that being said, I do have a couple of data pads, so I just want to go ahead and open this in this video. Of course, we do have 3 robots, we have 2 weapon, of course we have 3 Titan, and of course we have 4 TET data pads. From the TET data pads, I am hoping I get 2,500 components, of course 4 times. With the common data pad, the Samdrak of course moved down. We are not going to mention the Samdrak, although it is still a good, well, of course, robot. From the robot data pad silver, I'm trying to get my hands on, of course, the 194 sword unit, but knowing my luck, I'm not going to get any components or anywhere close to it. From the weapon data pad, of course I do want the new weapons from it, but my luck, I'm going to get only gas. And of course the Titan data pads, I do want the pilots and of course the Bijo, but we will see how our luck goes. From the TET data pads, I just want 2,500 components 4 times, and I get of course the amazing TET robot. But knowing my luck, let's just go ahead and start with the lowest one, and we do get a purple. So what do we get? 2,500 components on the Moog one. If I can get that exactly 4 times with a TET data pad, honestly we are in a good position. Looking at the percentages, I mean the sword unit is 30% for components, and just getting an entire sword unit is 1%. So of course that is just scratched out. So let's just go ahead and try for some sword unit components. Of course I just need about 6,000 more and I do get myself a sword unit, but knowing my luck, as I said, we getting nothing. And is this new or Leo components? And of course we get 1,000 new components, which is the last thing I wanted given that I have 2, but we still have 2 more chances at this, and they did say full price twice as often. So if I only get new components, I'm going to be so mad. And of course another new components, 1,000 new components. We have 1 more shot at this. If it does not give us a sword unit, I mean all hope is just lost. And hopefully we can possibly get at least 500 components, and we got 500 new components. Wow, what a waste of 3 Titan data pads, I guess. But the weapon data pad goals, let's just go ahead and open these. We only have 2, and knowing our luck, we're getting nothing. We're getting gas components. And do I get it? Of course. And I got it. The RLM, of course I got the L83, but why did I not get the sword unit? I mean, the L83 is kind of useless without the sword units. Of course I can pair that with the new, but it's just not as good. I mean, of course we have 1 more. If I get 2 of those, I will be in a good position. And as I said, we're getting a gas component. Of course I will just take it. Given that I did get an L83, I am quite happy from that. But the gas component, I mean, I do have 5 in stock. They are terrible to use after the update, and I do not recommend using them at all. Of course we do have 3 Titan data pads. If I can get the Bijo in just 1 of these, I will be so happy. But if I get, of course, just weapons, which is my luck, and of course we're just getting weapons. Of course I have 2 of those already. I do have 1 on the Mauler, which is quite overpowered, but I still have 2 in stock, so it's just not going to help me out. We do have 2 more chances to get the Bijo, but knowing our luck, Bijo incoming perhaps. And we get an Equalizer, the worst weapon in this new update. Of course it does no damage, the nerfs, the range is only 600, which makes it worse, of course. But let's just go ahead, we have 1 more. Can I get that Bijo? Bijo. And we're getting another Equalizer. Enough said. Okay, that's just my luck summed up in 3 data pads. Of course I have 4 in stock. I'm just gonna sell that for silver because no one uses that in the game. Of course we have 4 TET data pads. If I get 2,500 components 4 times, I'm going to absolutely love this data pad. But knowing my luck, as I said, I mean, it's an absolute brawler in the game. Of course at MK3 you do unlock, well, a bit more of it, but at MK2 it's still an overpowered brawler in the game. Of course, let's just go ahead, we have 4. And we're not getting 2,500 components. And of course we've only got 500 components for the weapon. I mean, it's a medium weapon, which is not going to help us, especially with 500 components. But we will take it nevertheless. And we get 1,000 components, okay. Other Pashin, oh no. We're not getting this TET data pad unless I get 5,000 components twice, or just the entire, just the TET itself. But of course absolutely nothing, and we get another 1,000 components. what a fail for a video, honestly. I was hoping I'd get the 10th, but of course I do have a couple more data pads which I'm waiting to open. And the 10th, and of course 500 components of the 10th. I mean, I would have been happier if it gave me 500 components at least 4 times, but we got absolutely nothing and only 500 for the 10th. With that being said, it's an absolute brawler. We do have more data pads incoming in the next video. With that being said, let's just go in and unlock all of this. Hopefully I can get that title, and of course I unlocked one TED data pad for free and another title. This is my last chance of getting, well, the TED robot, and of course, well, not my last chance, but it's, well, closing into my last chance of getting the TED robot. And of course, let's just go ahead and open it, and it's going to be 1,000 components. I can already feel it. And 500 pads. And it's 1,000 weapon components. Honestly, I give up with the TED data pad, but okay, let's just go ahead and just see what we honestly got from that. Of course, I did not go ahead and spend, or well, complete the entire event task. So as soon as I do that, I will get 4 new TED data pads, which will only give me weapons. So we do have one common. Let's just go ahead and open this and see what we get. And we get regulator components. Well, 1,000 regulator components. Honestly, that is the second best thing we got in this data pad opening, which is quite sad. So in total we got 11,000. Of course, we got 10,000 regulator components. We only have 8,500 gas components. At least we can go ahead and build ourselves another new, which I will definitely be selling. With that being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video, and honestly, just go ahead and subscribe, like, and I will definitely see you all in the next spending video, guys. Peace out.